Whoa. The music just... Whoa, hold on. Yeah, sorry. The music... The microphone for some reason got unselected, which is its own problem, but then the music started not coming through my headphones. Okay, it's in my headphones now. What? That was so weird. Okay, well, let me start again, I guess. Hi, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday. I can't believe it's Thursday. It's been such a long fucking week. I need it to be over, so I'm glad that it's Thursday. But let me catch up on chat. Yeah, music sounded weird, then died. I know. Um, okay. Anyway, Charlie, you reclaimed your throne of first from Ava, so here is your cookie. Don't worry, it's gluten free. You paid your loan, so you've paid 7,200 bells on your loan. Closed captions. They were open. I just forgot to click start, so they're on. Um, yeah, and then we had the weird music glitch. That was so weird. Like, I don't know why my microphone wasn't selected. I wouldn't have unselected it, but I went to go select my microphone, and then when I went to go do that, it like didn't even like the music started to like sputter out. So I don't know why that happened, but sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know, Charlie. I have a breakfast sandwich I've never tried before. It's like okay. Yeah. I've had better, I've had worse. You also redeemed hydrate, so I have a Gatorade. But hopefully we're back in business now. We're gonna do some more Masuda hunting today, of course. I think my sandwich ran out. Which makes sense because it's been like 30 minutes. Okay. Wait, that's the wrong button. But yeah, so we're gonna do more Masuda hunting today. I hope to God we get this egg because it's been 87 years since we started this hunt. I don't know how many eggs I got just now. Not quite 3 boxes, but I should have... No, that's not right. Is it? I didn't even get 3 whole boxes? Wait, why? I had all the leftover eggs from last time, and then I did a whole nother picnic today. I should have 3 boxes. What? Hello? That's stupid. I'm down some. Because I need to do 100 today, so 2 boxes is 60, and then 3 boxes is 90, and then I really didn't get more? Well, that's fucked up. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of a picnic at the beginning, which is okay, because then I can just chat with you guys while I do it anyway. Um, but that's stupid. Why didn't I get enough eggs? 2 picnics is always enough to get 100 eggs. I've never not gotten 100 eggs by doing 2 picnics. My Ditto and Poliwrath are slacking. Shiny, shiny, shiny. I hope so. Maybe it's just already in one of the eggs we have, and that's why I didn't need more, because they just made a shiny and then they stopped. You know, like when parents really want a boy, and they just like keep having girls, and then they finally have a boy, so they stop having kids. It's like that, but with shinies. They just made the shiny and then stopped. But the good news is if we have egg power going, the eggs will hatch faster too. Because I've been lazy and I haven't been making sandwiches. I've just been going to the shop in Medali and grabbing the meal power. So, anyway, is there anything that I was supposed to talk about today? Oh, there's Evie's over here. Hi, Evie. I know you guys can't see the screen. I'm just trying to set up my picnic. I feel like, was there anything I was going to talk about? I didn't make a list of things to talk about for today's stream, which I probably should have, because then the Masuda hunting gets boring if I don't talk about anything. But I feel like nothing happened between Tuesday and today. Sorry, I just wanted to finish my sandwich. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, our roommate came back, but that's not that interesting. Nothing really happened. Other than the fact that I don't think they're feeling well, but I don't know. How about we, like, do something fun in the meantime? Why don't we do, like, the connections and the Wordle and stuff? Let's start our day like that. I like doing those at the beginning of the day. Let's see. Can I get Wordle? Oh. I have, like, bracelet string in my keyboard because I made a bracelet last night. Hold on. Okay. Alright. There we go. We've got Wordle. Let me get it on the screen. Hello. It won't let me select Wordle. Hello. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Wordle. Let me get the whole thing on screen. There we go. Okay. Wordle. Let me squish. Okay. And then I'll just, like, come this way a little bit so you guys can see. Okay. There we go. We're wordling. Let me come this way a little more. Okay. We're doing the Wordle. All right. What word do we start with today? I don't know. I have, like, a couple of good starting words. Wait, let me grab some eggs before I start. I, like, forgot what I was doing the Wordle for. Okay. Let's see how many eggs we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there were 8. That's pretty good. Okay. Chat. What should our starting word be? We can make the starting word chat. Oh, wait. I'm not on. It didn't type chat. Chats. Even though it wouldn't be that because it's not plural, but we'll do chats just because I think that's a funny first word. All right. We didn't get much from that, but we did get the S. And of course it's yellow because Wordle words are never plural. So the S is almost never at the end. Okay. Well, we could do an SL word because our ST, L, and E are still on the board. We could do an E here, or an I. We could do slime. We got the E. Okay. So we have S, L, and E. We know the S isn't at the beginning or the end, and the L is not second. Huh. It could be something like LE. Could it? I don't know. I mean, we need another vowel, right? So we either need another E or like an O or a U. O-L-E at the end? Is that possible? I don't know. It has to have an S somewhere. So, like, spole. Are there any words that have that structure? Stole, but we know there's no T. Spole. Swole. That's technically a word, right? This. But the S wouldn't be at the beginning, so that doesn't make sense. Um, so in an OLE situation, it would have to be that at the end. And I don't think there's any words with that structure. Or this structure, for that matter. I feel like the S would have to go first, but it can't. So I don't think it can be an LE word. Because it would have to be like SLE. Which isn't a thing. Okay. So where else could the L go? First? And then it's like L something 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 E and there's an S in there somewhere? L something S something E? Lost, but with an E at the end and also there's no T? Ah, this is weird. Oh, we also could have done shiny as a starting word because that has all the letters. Doesn't work now, but that would have been a good starting word too. Okay. F. No, because L doesn't go second. My brain wants L to go second so bad. Could L go third? Like that? My brain is saying like aisle, but there's no A or I, so it couldn't possibly be aisle, but that's the only word I can think of with that SLE at the end. Like, it can't be anything other than aisle in that case, so... Something, something L, something E. But where the S is not first. So the S would have to be second in that case? Like, that? Slow. I don't know. I'm so confused. What? I know as soon as I get it, it's going to be so obvious, but now my brain is like totally glitching. Let me check on eggs while I think. All right. Egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 4 eggs. Because I know we needed at least 10. 6. Okay. 6 plus 8. That's like 15? 14? Something like that. 14. Okay. I'm almost like gonna guess just like a filler, but I feel like I could get it on 3 if I could figure out the structure. But I don't know. I don't know the structure. That's what I'm having so much trouble figuring out. Because the S can't go first and the L can't go second, which is the only places I think any of those letters would go. So one of them has to go before the E. I'm coming back to like something ending with like able, you know, but then we wouldn't be able to have the S because it would be like sable or table, which, you know, it can't be. So I have no idea. It's got to be a double letter, right? Like, oh, it could be like loose. Or could it be anything other than loose? So the S can't go first. Because I was thinking like, you know, like solve or something like that, but the S doesn't go first. And it could be... Are there any other ones where it like repeats a letter that we could do? It could also be like lens, but lens isn't spelled like that, is it? I think lens is just L-E-N-S. I don't know. I'm gonna go loose because it's the only thing I can think of. Ah, no. So what does that mean? It's like louse, like lice, but I shouldn't have gone for the double letter first. I just didn't know. Thank you for the bonk, Ava, and also welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. All right, let's do connections. All right, connections time. Might have to uncrop the screen a little bit. Yeah. All right, connections time. Shrink it a little. There we go. Okay. I guess Mao second. Oh, you're playing Wizard 101 right now. Nice. I need to get back into that, but my 1 month like free membership ran out, so I need to get another one. But Mouse is a good second guess, because then you would have ended up there. Okay, what the hell do we have here? Immediately, I'm seeing things like mermaid, king, like ruler, clown, pixie. Like these are like fictional, like, you know, mermaids and pixies. I only paid for one to have fun. Yeah, Loose was also my second guess. It's $10 for a month. I know. Once we move, I'm just like really trying to like not use my funds for anything, because like moving is really expensive and we have to pay for like double rent and stuff. So after I have money again, I will. But I also just bought like a $70 jacket and then like a $30 t-shirt from Dan and Phil's site. So I really need to not do that. But okay. That's so real. Yeah. I hate money. Money is terrible. Okay. Let me grab some eggs while we're here, just to make sure, because I need to make sure I don't forget that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Is that I need to be getting my eggs in the background. Because I shouldn't need a full 30-minute picnic. I should just need a little bit of time, but it's only been like 20 minutes. Okay. There's a lot of eggs in there. Okay. Okay. Compass. Scale. There's a lot happening here. Nothing is jumping out at me immediately, like, as a category, though. Because, like... Okay, a pipe. A bowl. These are things you smoke. But I don't think that's right. You can do a line of cocaine. Is this ways to do drugs? That can't be right. That can't be right, right? Okay, let's jump off of that. I only have 2 categories so far. Yeah. We've got Colonel and Crew. Buzz can be related to drugs too? Is it Buzz, bowl, pipe, and line? There's no way. Because this is like, you smoke a pipe, you smoke a bowl, you do a line of coke, and you get a buzz from like alcohol or whatever. It can't possibly be that, right? That would be crazy. Like, that would be an insane category for the connections to do. I'll do it if I can get other... Fine, I'll do it. Line, pipe, buzz, and bowl. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so mermaid and pixie are definitely jumping out at me. But the rest of these are not fictional. Like a king, a ruler, a colonel. Like, those are real things. So I don't know why there's mermaid and pixie. Are these like slurs we call gay people? But it would be queen probably rather than king, right? Not that that's a slur, but you know what I mean. Because I'm also seeing like ways to measure things, right? Like a compass and a scale. A watch could like measure time, and a ruler could measure distance. Okay, measuring instruments. Yeah. That was one of the things that I felt like could have been correct, but I wasn't sure. So what is mermaid for if it doesn't go with pixie? Mermaid and clown are things you could dress up for. Colonel, you could dress up as a colonel. You could dress up as a king. These are like costumes. You did it. Good job, Charlie. What? Mascot! Fast food mascot! Okay, I was kind of right. I said they were costumes. Clown is McDonald's, Colonel is Sanders, KFC, King is Burger King, and Mermaid is fucking Starbucks. Okay, well, we're boycotting half those companies, but interesting. I just like costumes? Okay, so then what are we left with? So I'm seeing like main line, pipe. Those are things like in plumbing. Channel. But also it could be like bowl. I don't know. That's the last one I got, the fast food mascots. I mean, it's the purple one, so it's supposed to be the last one you get. Mascots, yeah. Main line and pipe definitely seem like they... And channel could go together, so then we would have Pixie, Bowl, Buzz, and Crew. Oh, Pixie cut, Bowl cut, Buzz cut, Crew cut, right? It's haircuts. So this is plumbing stuff. Water and gas conduits. Okay, so plumbing stuff. And then these are haircuts. Okay. Yeah, so the first one was not right. It's not drugs. That would have been really funny, though. And then we can try the strands, but it usually takes me a billion years to do the strands. And we don't have that much time. It's already been almost 30 minutes. So this will probably be the last thing we do, and I'll kind of have to speed run it. So I might use some of the hints if I have to. If I'm not getting it quickly, I'll probably have to use some of the hints to get through it. But I'm grabbing eggs. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can speed run it. It's all in your head. My mental and physical illness. Oh, you guys can't really see. Hold on. I have to crop it different for every game. New York Times, make all of your games fit into the same square. Okay. There we go. It's all in your head. That's the hint. There we go. Okay. Well, here, I can make it a little bit bigger if I just, like, move myself this way a little. Okay. It's all in your head. Okay. What is? It's all in your head. It could be brain things. I'm seeing evermore. Ever. Therapy time. I will be back. It's all in your head, Charlie. Don't forget that. Level. No. Fanta. Not a word. Fanta orange would beg to differ. All right, let me see. What else are words? Boys. Boys are all in your head. Boys are actually imaginary, and they're not real, and they can't hurt you. Okay, what else? What else is all in your head? Let me see. I'm seeing, like, dreams are all in your head. No. Daydream. Okay, daydream. So it's like, it is like things that are all in your head, like things that you're... Oh. Not Fanta. Fantasy, right? Fantasy. There we go. I don't know how I didn't get that. Okay, fantasy. Your fantasy, your daydreaming, your... What else? Your... Make believe? Make believe. Oh my god. Okay, so this is illusion. Okay, and then what else? Revere. When you revere someone. No, because that would cut off these letters. So it would have to be... Finer. No, finey. Because I can't cut off these letters at the bottom, so they have to go together. So these letters have to go together. Like... I don't know. There's a lot of E's. Mental. Mentry. Fever. Fever? No. Fever dream. No. A figment of your imagination? And then, oh, it's this the other way around. It's reverie this way instead of the way I was doing it. I was starting with this R, but it starts with that R. Okay. That one actually wasn't all that bad once I figured out what I was going for. Okay. All right. Thank you for the lurk, Charlie. I hope therapy goes well. I love you. Okay, so we are at a picnic right now. Let me grab the last couple of eggs and then... Hold on, this is going to be annoying for a second while we wait for all of the eggs. Okay. Yep. Yeah, there's eggs. Uh-huh. Eggs. Yep. Yep. There's eggs. Uh-huh. Yep. Eggs. Yeah. Uh-huh. There's an egg. Uh-huh. Yeah, I want the egg. Okay. There we go. Let me turn down the volume of the game a little bit. It's a little loud for me. Little loud for me. Okay. And then let me scoot back over because I'm not in shot now. Yeet. All right. It's egg time, you guys. I promise it's egg time. Thank you for indulging me for the New York Times games today. Okay, let me see. How much time do we have left on the... Yeah, we've got like 7 minutes left, so we can hatch some eggs. Hopefully we have more now. Okay, yeah, so we have enough to fill up that. Oh, did I run out of room? No, I couldn't have run out of room. That doesn't make sense. They just... okay, hold on. I have to figure out where they all went. I emptied my boxes today, but I didn't take them all out. I just took out enough for what I thought would be 3 boxes. So eggs 1, 2, and 3. But now we have all these Poliwags. These all need to go into box 30. In here. And then what happened to the rest of them? Did they get... Yeah, they got thrown in. Alright. God, I hate it when that happens. Okay. Ugh. So, we don't have any extra holes here. But there's one there. And 3 down here. Okay. And then 2 over there. Okay, they're all throughout. God, that's... Ugh! They're everywhere. Fuck. Okay, well, I don't have time to deal with this on stream. I'll do it later. But let me just fill up this last box. And then we can get to hatching. Okay, so I need 1 and then a row. Okay. Okay. Here, I can take this guy out because I don't need him right now. And then... there's one here. You know, amongst the, like, legendary Pokemon, there's just an egg. Okay. And then I've got these 4. Okay. Let's see if we can put everybody back where they go. Okay. So this will go here. And then this will go here. And then one more right there. And then we've got 4 boxes. All right. Cool. Hopefully that was all the stragglers. I don't know if it was, but hopefully it was. We'll double check, make sure we're not missing any. Oh, these two. Ooh. Well, get out. Alright, now I think it's everybody. Okay, that's everybody. Alright, we're done, we're done. And I'll remember to empty my boxes before next stream. I'll do it over the weekend. Okay, there we go. So let's grab our first fucking batch of eggs. Oh god, these Fidos. I always picnic in the exact same spot, and then I come back and I'm like, who are these guys? Alright, let's fly somewhere more interesting, because this is boring. We have a weasel outbreak over here, Charlie. We've got some viper down here. Here, we ended last stream in this area, so let's just go over here. We're at 1250, so we should get to like 1350 today, or something close to that. So put your guesses in now. My next guess is 1269, obviously, because that is what it's going to be. After 1269, I guess then we'll be in the 1300s. So 1333, because that would be like 1333. Or what else? Because we already did 1222. So then it would be 1333. Yeah. I guess those are my next two guesses. 1333 and 1269. So put y'all's guesses in. I know Charlie likes 8s a lot, so Charlie will guess numbers like 1288 maybe. They guessed 1248 before, so we'll see. Alright, first egg is a normie, as expected. How many eggs truly is this going to take? Like, not my fun little guesses, but like genuinely how long is this going to take? It should not be taking this long for a Poliwag. Like if it was a Sprigatito, I'd understand, but like this isn't even one I need to Masuda hunt. I could have just outbreak hunted a Poliwag, or not a Poliwag, a Poliwhirl. But I was like, no, it'll be easier. Oh, I found a mass outbreak of Impidimp. Okay. I was like, no, it'll be easier to Masuda hunt. I could have done an outbreak a month ago, 2 months ago, and been done. But that's okay. I mean, I am also going to do an outbreak for the Poliwhirl, because I need both. A Poliwag and a Poliwhirl. So all of this is for nothing. I may as well have just gotten 2 Poliwhirls. Ugh. Boop. Hi, Anthony. Not laid off from our job, gang. Our job did a bunch of layoffs yesterday. They weren't supposed to be until the end of the month, but they just decided willy-nilly that they were going to do them yesterday instead of at the end of the month because our job hates our employees. Just had a 24-minute call. I swear I spoke for 2 minutes of that, Jesus Christ. I was on the phone with a lady the other day for like probably half an hour where she just talked at me. And then I was on the phone with a lady for like an hour and a half trying to place an order. And it was at the end of shift. She called at like 10:30. And she was like, do I have time to place an order? And I was like, yeah, I mean, because orders don't take 30 minutes. So I was like, yeah, you can place an order. And then it took an hour. Over an hour. And I was like, I love my life. Alright, well, first 5 were duds. Anthony, do you have any guesses for what egg it's going to be today? My guess is 1269, which is also Nyx's guess. And then 1333 is my next guess after 1269. Still can't believe you haven't gotten any. I can't either. How on earth has it been this long? I'd given up so long ago. I should have given up. I should have given up like 1,000 eggs ago. And just done an outbreak hunt. But here the fuck we are. I guess. It's fine. But now it's like I can't give up because I've made such a spectacle of doing it on the stream that it has to happen now or I'll just look like a failure. And I can't look like a failure on my own stream. So we're doing it for clout. We're almost at our follower goal. I have another coaching scheduled in 20 minutes. I already had one this week. I'm scared. It's probably like fine because they told everybody yesterday. So they wouldn't tell you today if they told everybody else yesterday. It's probably just like another call of yours I need to go over or something. Or maybe just like, maybe they're talking about like moving you or something again. I don't know. It's probably fine. I try not to worry about things like that because if I were you, I would also be worried about it. But that would be if I was in your position, not because I think that you should be worried. I just have anxiety. Whee. Same. Yeah. That's why it's good to have somebody else to tell you, like, to chill out, because, like, if I had a coaching and I was all nervous about it, you would be like, it's probably nothing. So it's like, it's probably nothing. Like, every time I get a score in from QA, my, like, stomach drops, and I just think to myself, what if it's an auto fail, or what if it's, like, a really bad score? Just because, like, it was, like, once. And then half the time it's, like, something over an 80, which I'll take. But the other half of the time, it's, like, a 63 or something, and then I'm like, ugh, what did I do wrong, you know? But I just try not to, like, actually worry about it, because there's nothing I can do. It's like, if they decide to grade, like, one of the calls I have that just goes absolutely horrible. Like, I had a couple of really bad calls yesterday that I hope to God they don't grade. Because it wasn't my fault. It was just, like, a complicated situation. And I was, like, trying to help the member with it, but they weren't necessarily receptive or understanding or whatever the situation was. And it's like, that's not my fault, you know? It's like, if they didn't get... And I talked to the same lady twice yesterday, which has, like, never happened to me. I've had people call that I remember talking to, like, earlier in the week, but I've never gotten to, like, speak to the same person twice in a row. But this lady called, and she was asking me about the status of a payment she had made last month because it had not gone through. And she was like, I know I made that payment, but I'm getting a notice from my, you know, utility company that they didn't receive it. And I was like, yeah, that payment voided, so it didn't go through. And she was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Like, it's probably just some of the information on there is, like, not correct. Maybe the account number is wrong or something like that. You know, whatever. And she was like, okay. And it was her and her husband's account. She had made a payment from both of their accounts, and it had gone through on her account, but it hadn't gone through on her husband's account. And I could tell that the information was different. There was a different address on her account versus her husband's account for the company. So I was like, oh, maybe, like, the company address is wrong or whatever. And she was like, okay. And then she didn't say she wanted to, like, reschedule the payment or anything. And I was like, okay, is there anything else I can do for you? Like, do you want to, you know, schedule a payment or anything? And she was like, no, like, I'm good. That's everything. I just wanted to make sure, because I thought I had made that payment, and I, you know, did the money go back into my card? And I was like, yeah, the money went back onto the card. Oh, squawkabilly. And she was like, okay. And then she hung up and we didn't talk. And that was, like, right before my dinner break. And then, like, an hour or so after my dinner break, I get a call from the same lady. And she's like, I want to schedule a payment. And I'm like, Like, huh? Lady, I asked you earlier if you wanted to do that. Now you're messing up my first call resolution, and I asked you if there was anything else I could do to help, and you said no. So, I love it when people are liars. I've literally had a call exactly like that where one had different company information than the other. Yeah, and yesterday, or the day before, I can't remember, I had two separate people call in, and they had the same electric company. I think it was like Hawaiian Electric or something in Hawaii. They were both in Hawaii. And the first lady was having the problem where like all of her payments were voiding for that company, like none of them were going through, and it was because she in fact did not have the same company that we had on file. It was like one of them was called Hawaiian Electric and one of them was called like Hawaiian Electric Company or something, and they were different companies, and so she had like the wrong one selected, so it had a different address, so it wasn't like going through. And so I told her that, and then she was like, okay, well, how do I make the payments go through to my company? And I was like, we don't even have that company in our system, so you wouldn't like be able to make a payment to that company, which that answer did not sit well with her. And she was like, no, like they are in your system. I know because I put them into your system. And I was like, that's actually not how that works, but okay, lady. And so we went back and forth for like half an hour where she was like, you know, why are my payments voiding? Put the company in. Put in the address I'm telling you to put in, not the address that's coming up on there. And I was like, okay, but I can't, like, you're trying to put in information for a company that we don't have on file. Like, I can't do that. So we went back and forth for like half an hour. And then I had another lady call in, probably like an hour or two later, who also had a Hawaiian Electric company, and her payments were also voiding. And she had also put in like Hawaiian Electric instead of Hawaiian Electric Company or vice versa or whatever it was. And I was like, what's going on in Hawaii? You know, like what is happening over there? So that was really weird. And they both had different addresses on file for the company anyway. They were on like different islands. So that was weird too. Like, I'm sure there's just like different like locations of the company or whatever. But I thought it was funny because the address that we want for the company address isn't the address where their office is. It's supposed to be the P.O. box to send the checks to. But half the time they give you the physical address of the company instead of the P.O. box they want it sent to. And I'm like, that's not going to go through, but like, good luck with that, you know? But I don't feel like explaining that to people half the time because they don't pay me enough, so. Explaining these things to seniors is impossible. Yeah. I have long ago given up on having anything actually make sense to them. I just try to appease them and then get them to shut up. Like, I'm like, I'll just lie to them. I'll be like, oh, you know, it's just because of, you know, the servers and the system, and it won't let you, and, you know, there's nothing I can do about it, even though it's just like something totally separate. But because they just won't understand the real answer, I just have to lie to them and be like, you know, computers these days, am I right? Because I've had a lot of people like that when I ask them for like an order or for a bill payment, if they have an email address, like if they want to receive an email with the order confirmation or the payment confirmation, they'll like get mad at me and be like, no, don't email me. I don't have an email. I hate email. I don't trust computers. Email's the worst. And I'm like, okay, I don't have to send you an email. Like, no one's holding you at gunpoint, forcing you to receive an email. I was just asking if you would like one. And if you would not like one, then just say no. That's okay. And I'll go, okay. You know, like, nobody is making you have an email. That, or when I'm placing an order, at the end, we have to ask the customers if they have any questions about shopping, like online or in store, because we don't want them to call in and place orders. I would much prefer that they place their orders online or go into a store like a normal person. But a lot of these people are old or disabled or both, and they can't go to the store. They don't know how to use a computer, so they have to call in. It's the only way they know how to place orders. But I'm still required to ask, like, do you have any questions about shopping in store or online? And every single time, like, without fail, if they're not going to just be like, no, I don't have a question, or yes, I do have a question, they're going to go, no, I don't have a computer, so I don't do all that online shit. and I'm disabled, so I can't go into the store. So this is the only way that I can shop. And it's like, okay, I just wanted to know if you had any questions. I'm not saying you have to shop online or in store. I was just asking if you had any questions about how to do that, you know? And every time they're like, no, I hate computers. I don't want to shop online. I don't know how. And I'm like, okay, then don't. Just don't, okay? But they're so silly and they just don't. They don't know. I also had a guy who really, really concerned me the other night. Like, genuinely. Usually I try my best to, like, not give a shit about what the members are talking about, because it's like, I know we're supposed to be, like, empathetic or whatever, but I have to kind of detach myself from what they're talking about, because it's like, I really don't care. Like, your personal medical problems are not my personal medical problems, and therefore, like, I don't care. Unless it's something I can help you with, which it never is, because I can't help you with your medical problems. I'm just like, you know what? Let me transfer you to your health plan provider and maybe they can help, right? So I try to detach myself from what they're talking about, because I really do not care if you're having a hip problem or you just got out of hospital or whatever. Like, I'm glad you're feeling better, or I'm sorry that you're hurting, but I don't really care. Like, I'm never going to talk to you again. So I kind of try to, like, detach myself from when they're talking about stuff like that. But I did have a guy on the phone with me. He was, like, one of my last calls of the night. All he wanted to do was check on his order status, because it came in multiple packages. He received the first package, but not the second one. And the second one was just, like, still on the way. And I let him know that. And then I just asked him if there was anything else I could do to help him. And he, like, broke down. And he was like, I'm going through a lot. Like, I wish there was something you could do to help me, but there's not. Like, you know, I have all of these, like, medical problems. I had all these surgeries, and I have these, like, screws in my body, and one of them is coming loose, and, like, I think I need, you know, more surgery, and I'm on all of these pain meds. I'm on oxys, and, you know, I'm on this, that, and the other, and I have a caretaker, and I really don't want to get put into, like, a home. I don't want to be in, like, assisted living. I just want to stay here with my caretaker. Like, all right, that was $12.69. And we didn't get it, so that's a bummer. And he was like, I think I'm going to start, like, I think I'm going to stop taking my meds, except for my pain meds, so that at least I won't be in pain, but I won't have to, like... Basically, he said he was going to go off of his, like, the only medication that's keeping him alive, and just stay on the pain meds so that he's not in pain, but he won't live. And I was like, okay, let's, like, can we talk about this? Like, I was like, maybe you really shouldn't go off your medication. Like, maybe let's not kill ourselves, right? Like, but I didn't know, like, what to say or how to, like, I mean, he was obviously in a lot of pain, like, emotionally and physically. And I was just like, I'm really sorry that you're feeling that way. You know, please don't do that, you know? And then I just ended up telling him that I would pray for him and that I hope he feels better and that, you know, I hope he has a great rest of his night and whatever. Because at that point he had been talking for probably like 10 minutes about all of that. And like, as much as I wanted to help him, it's like, what can I do? So I really do hope that that guy is okay. Like, of all of the members who have pissed me off and talked about shit I don't care about and yelled at me and everything, he was really sweet. He was just clearly going through a lot. So I genuinely hope that that man is doing okay, but I really doubt that he is based on the shape that he was in when he called. I know he just needed somebody to talk to, which is why I kind of just, like, let him rant for 10 minutes, but that was a very depressing phone call, especially somebody who has been through, like, you know, a lot with having suicidal ideation, friends with suicidal ideation, you know, knowing people who know people who have killed themselves and all that kind of stuff. It's like, like it's different when it's like a medical thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's actually killing himself. He's just kind of putting himself out of his misery, which is killing himself. But like, you know, it's not like taking a gun to your head. It's like just like weaning off your medication and the medication that you need to live, it's like, you know, what the fuck do you do? You know, like, what do you do in that situation? So, because it's not like I can, like, call anybody. It's not like I, you know, I can't, like, call the police because it's not like he's actively, you know, threatening anything. It was just like, he was just like, I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, well, don't. Just don't think about it. Just don't do that, you know? But, yeah. Anyway, sorry, bringing the mood down during the Masuda hunt. Hope that guy's okay. That's all. But, you know, I've also had members literally tell me about, like, their genitals. Like, I've literally had women be like, oh, you know, well, I need the heavier pads because I have, you know, a heavy flow or whatever. And I'm like, okay, thank you. She's like, if I don't get the heavy ones, I'll soak my panties. And I'm like, you are fucking 90. Don't tell me about your panties. I don't want to hear about it. Like, I'll literally have calls like that fucking back to back. It's so funny, you know? You'll get, like, nice people, and then you'll get people screaming at you, and then you'll get people that are telling you about their medical trauma, and then you'll get people that are, you know, yelling at you that you ask for their date of birth. I had a guy do that yesterday. He had put his, you know, zip code and date of birth into the IVR, and then it's still, you know, I still have to ask him and confirm those things anyway. And he was like, why do I put it into the machine if you're still going to ask me? And I'm like, because I have to verify your account and make sure you're actually the person I'm talking to. And he was, like, pissed about that. He was like, well, who else would be getting into my account? And I'm like, I don't know. Identity thieves. Like, you know, people that steal your social security number and shit. Because I've also had people that called in that had, you know, like, had identity theft or had fraud or whatever. Like, oh, you know, somebody stole my social security number and they've been, you know, doing all this stuff on my behalf that, you know, like, they've been taking money out of my bank account and, you know, doing this, that, and the other. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like... Okay. Alright, we're almost through the first box and no shinies. Alright. I don't know. At least this means that all the ones we got the other day were also not shiny. Because I had that, like, half a box left or whatever, and I was like, I really hope one of these isn't the shiny, because then it means I had it 2 days ago and didn't hatch it. But it's fine, because now we know it wasn't one of those. Hopefully it'll be one of the ones that we got today, and we can hatch that one. So true, Tom Nook. If I'm funny, clip me. And if I get the shiny, please God, clip me. Alright. But also, I look kind of gross today, so... it would be sad for the clip to be from... today. But also, I want the shiny, so... I really need to, like, do something about my hair. My hair is... I need a haircut real bad. But... we've just been so busy with, like, moving and stuff. Like, plus, I don't really have someone who cuts my hair up here. The girl who cuts my hair is in Richmond. And she is, like, the only person that I trust to do my hair. So, I'll have to find somebody in the area that we're moving to, because it's a good, like, 40 minutes from where we live now, so it wouldn't be worth finding anybody in this area, only to move 40 minutes away. So... oh, one of those Shinxes is definitely a little baby. One of those was definitely smaller than the other ones. Alright, this one decided to spawn in the pink void. But it's normie. Sorry, excuse me. Alright. Yeah, see, one of these guys is small. Oh, that one. I think that's the small one. Yeah. He's definitely teensy. I don't know how teensy, but he's definitely teensy. Yep. Oh, that one's marked. Oh, those are both marked. Ah, that one's big. Wait, so it was a big one standing next to a little one. No wonder he looks so little. Interesting. Okay, so there was a big one and a little one next to each other, and then there was also like 2 marked ones. Now they're all hanging out by my egg hatch. Okay. Normie, boo. Ah! The crab! Okay, are we fighting the little one again? I can't tell. I think it is. Is that the little one again? Yeah, it is. Alright, anyway. We're off. You'll regret it when you're old with wrinkled up skin. I saw like a video essay about like the rise and fall of Dodie Clark yesterday. I was on TikTok and I was like, fall? It's not my fault you guys aren't listening to Dodie anymore, because I am. It was like, apparently people find her annoying. And I was like, people have always found her annoying. Okay, that's not new information. Okay. Egg, hatch, be shiny. I really should get a shiny luck redeem so that you guys can actually wish me shiny luck, because this is getting ridiculous. Like, there is no reason it should be taking this long. I have shiny charm and I have the Masuda. I have a foreign ditto and shiny charm. So there's like literally no reason that it should be taking this long. I should have gotten it 700 eggs ago. Alright, well that's another whole box down. Still no shiny. We'll try again. Alright. You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time. I love 21 Pilots. I saw a tweet yesterday that was like, I miss when I could say that 21 Pilots had never released a bad song. And I was like, you can still say that. Like, do they have songs that, like, aren't the best? Totally. You know? But I don't think they have any, like, truly bad songs. Like, they don't have any songs that I just, like, absolutely won't listen to. There are some that I prefer to skip most of the time, but they're not like bad songs. They're just not my cup of tea, you know? Like, people hated House of Gold when that song came out. Like, for that matter, those people have never been able to say that 21 Pilots had never released a bad song, because like, House of Gold is, in a lot of people's eyes, 21 Pilots' like worst song before Scaled and Icy. And, like, House of Gold, I like that song. I can play that song on ukulele. That song is one of the ones that got me into 21 Pilots. That's actually one of the first 21 Pilots songs I ever heard. And I didn't even hear it from 21 Pilots. A boy at my school in theater did a cover of that song for a performance. And I was like, I didn't know that it was 21 Pilots at the time. I just heard the song and I was like, wow, that's really good. I like that song. He did a ukulele cover of it, so he did really well. And I was like, wow, that song is really good. And then later on, when I heard it actually by 21 Pilots, I was like, oh my god, that's the song that guy played at the show. Like, I remember him playing that because I remember being like, wow, that was really good, you know? I also paid particular attention to that boy because he was very close friends with a girl I had a crush on. And this girl was, like, miles out of my league. First of all, I don't even think that she's, like, queer. Maybe a little bit now, but I don't think she was at the time. Or, like, knew that she was at the time. I think she was, like, the I'm gonna kiss girls in college type. And she was in high school at the time, so she didn't she hadn't done that yet. I think now she's kissed girls since being in college, but anyway, it's unrelated, not important. Anyway, this girl is miles out of my league. She was a junior when I was a freshman, so it was like not gonna happen. But I literally thought that she was just like, I'd have a crush on him. I'm a sucker for talent, especially musical talent. Give me a tenor. Yeah, he was a cute kid. I think he's probably queer. I think he was probably gay because he was like a boy in theater. They usually are at least a little bit gay. But that boy in particular, yeah, he was a redhead. He was very, very talented in theater. And obviously he could play the ukulele and he could sing House of Gold. So he was a cool kid. I still follow him on Twitter. But yeah, he was like best friends with this girl that that I was never going to have a chance with in a million years. And this girl was dating a guy on the drum line that I knew and didn't like very much at the time. Who also, you know what? I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, he was not really the best boyfriend to her. The way that he broke up with her was really sick and twisted. And like, I thought she deserved better than him. Not that I was, better. I mean, I wouldn't have treated her like shit, but again, like, we should not have dated. Like, we didn't, but for good, because again, she was miles out of my league. She was 2 years older than me at least, probably 3. Like, we should not have been anything more than friends, which we weren't, and we ended up becoming friends, and I'm glad. But I told her that I liked her in such a stupid way. So I was still presenting as a girl at the time. I didn't identify as a girl at the time, but I was still presenting feminine because I didn't really, like, I hadn't gotten my hair cut yet or anything. And so it was Les Mis auditions at my school, and she was going out for, like, like the main character, like the lead in Les Mis. Anne Hathaway, and actually something that pissed me off a lot. Your school did Les Mis? Yeah, we did Les Mis my sophomore year. Something that really pissed me off about her casting is people were telling her that she wasn't skinny enough to play the lead in Les Mis. And I was like, be fucking for real. Like, I know that Anne Hathaway lost a bunch of weight for the role in the movie or whatever, but we are not gonna be putting that on this girl, who, by the way, was not overweight or anything. Is she really the main character? She's the lead female character, if you're looking at it from a theater perspective. She's like, she does die like 5 minutes in, yeah. She's the lead, though. Like, technically, she's a lead. Even if she does die, like, 5 minutes in. Because, like, it's Eponine, Cosette, what's his face? I'm forgetting all of the characters' names now, but, let me pull up the leads in Les Mis. It's Jean Valjean, Fantine, that's her fucking name. Fantine, Eponine, Cosette, Valjean, and Javert. So, yeah, she was going out for... Oh my god, that's a shiny Leo. Shut up! Where'd he go? Come here. What the fuck? I'm too nervous to eat berries. Oh, fuck, it's a female. I already have a shiny female at Leo. I wanted it to be a male. Ugh. Alright, well. Still gonna get it, but I'm gonna be pissed about it. I guess I'll just leave that one as a lit Leo. Coaching time, wish me luck. Good luck! Anyway, this girl was going out for Fantine. And people were literally telling her that she was not skinny enough for the role. or like not necessarily telling her, but like I heard people talking about it at like auditions. They were like, she is not going to get this. Like, she's not skinny enough. Like, she doesn't look the part because she's not super thin. And like, this girl was not overweight by any means. She was just kind of curvy. Like, she just had some junk in the trunk and whatnot. But she was not fat, like, at all. She was just, like I said, just like curvy. And I'm like, y'all gotta, like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, she didn't get the role. Probably not because she was curvy, but... Oh, my shiny box is full. I'll just put him in here for now. But, okay, shiny Litleo. Sure, why not? Why not get a random shiny? Oh. And now a regular Litleo. Okay. Alright. Can I leave? Can I walk away now? But anyway, at Les Mis auditions, I went up to her because I really wanted to get into Les Mis because she was going to be in Les Mis. But I was like, I'm not going to be able to go to rehearsal with her every day if I have a crush on her and I haven't told her about it. Because I just need to get over it. Like, I know that she's never going to be into somebody like me because I'm a freshman, I'm a girl, she doesn't like girls. Granted, I didn't identify as a girl, but again, non-binary, queer, not a boy. She liked boys. She had just gotten out of a relationship with the guy on the drum line. It was a whole thing. And I went up to her at Les Mis auditions and I was like, hey, and we barely knew each other. Like, we were kind of friends at this point, but like barely knew each other. But I had spent like a year just like pining after her. And I was like, I just have to tell her so I can get over this. So I like went up to her at Les Mis auditions and I was like, hey, this is probably not what you want to hear right now. And I'm sorry that I'm telling you this at Les Mis auditions. It was also Valentine's Day, I think. Because it was February when we were auditioning for Les Mis. It was either Valentine's Day or like the day before or the day after or something. That was unrelated. It just happened to be true. But I was like, hey, sorry about the timing of this. I just really need to tell you now because if I don't tell you now, I'll probably never tell you. I just think that you're really pretty. And I would really like to get to know you better. I know that you're probably not like interested in like dating or anything like that. And I'm not really either. I don't expect you to. But I just think that you're really pretty. I think that you're really cool. You're very talented. You're, good at theater. I think you're super nice. Like, I've enjoyed the time that I've spent with you thus far. And like, if you ever want to just like hang out sometime, like as friends, I think that that would be really cool, but also cool if not. Okay, bye. Like, that was basically how the speech went. I was like, I know that you're not attracted to me. I just wanted to let you know that I am attracted to you, and I'm gonna run away now. And that was probably super embarrassing, and she probably fucking laughed at me after that. But we did end up becoming more or less friends over time. By the time I was like, a senior, we had talked a decent amount. She actually ended up dating one of my really close friends in high school who was my grade. So that pissed me off because I was like, oh, okay, so if I was a boy, maybe I would have had a shot, right? Like, because I'm the same age as this kid. He's like skinny and nerdy. I'm skinny and nerdy. Like, but he's also a lot nicer of a person than me and definitely more deserving of a relationship with a girl that fucking pretty and talented. She ended up going to like musical theater school and ended up becoming like very much talented. Like, she was already talented, but she ended up, going off to musical theater school and doing even more talented things. So she's a very cool person. I still follow her on like social media. But I just think that was really funny, that whole interaction of me just being like, hi, I just think that you're really pretty. Sorry. Like, the number of times that I've apologized for having a crush on people is more than it should have been. But a lot of the time it was just because I was having a crush on more or less somebody that it was inappropriate to have a crush on, or someone I knew that I would never, in a million years have a chance with. So I think on three separate occasions, I apologized to somebody for having a crush on them. And I've only had a crush on like 5 people. So That's like that's a bad batting average. Like, that's really bad. Because it was that girl, then I had a crush on a guy in high school who was also a few grades ahead of me. I don't know what it was with me and older guys and older girls, but I think it was just the maturity level. Like, I'm quote-unquote mature for my age. And all of the people my age, like in my grade, were gross. So I was like, let me be attracted to people that are, you know, 2 or 3 grades ahead of me or whatever. So, and this guy was also probably straight, and at this point, I was identifying as non-binary, so I had to do the same general spiel with him, but worse, because we were really close friends. Like, he was probably one of the best friends I had in all of high school, and I was like, I think he knew deep down that I had a crush on him, but he really tried to deny it, and he was like, you don't have a crush on me, like, you're just like projecting. This is not what you think it is, right? Like, it's probably just like we're just like misreading signals here. And I was like, no, I mean, you're probably right, but I really do like you. But when I told him over text, and I threw my phone across the room when I told him. I was like, he was asking me about, like, he could tell that I had been, like, off for a while, and it was because I was, like, going through something, and, like, he was just asking about it, and he was like, well, what about, like, that guy? Because I had told him, well, I didn't tell him directly. People were aware that I had a crush on a guy in the band. Like, my friends knew, not who it was, but just that there was a guy. And so he was like, well, what about that guy that you have a crush on? And he thought that it was my friend Kyle, who actually is the one who ended up dating the girl I was just talking about. He thought that I had a crush on my friend Kyle, which was not true. That was not the case. But I didn't want to tell him who I actually had a crush on, so I let him think that. And so he was like, well, what about Kyle? Like, have you talked to him about any of this? And I was like, no. Why would I do that? Because Kyle wasn't the one that I actually had a crush on. It was him. And I eventually just snapped, and I was like, it's you fucking idiot. Like, I have a crush on you, okay? And I'm sorry about it, and I know that you don't like me back. And, you know, whatever. So that was the second time that I had to apologize to somebody for liking them. And then the third time was in college, because I've told this story before, but the guy that I liked, he had a crush on me. I didn't know. He got over it. I developed a crush on him. He didn't know. And the day that I decided I was going to tell him that I liked him was the same day that he decided he didn't like me anymore. Like, at separate times and places, we came to opposite conclusions about the same exact topic. So by the time I found out that he had a crush on me and he had gotten over it and I had a crush on him, my friend Kat had told me. And I was like, fuck, I've fucked this up, because I was too late to tell him that I liked him. I should have told him earlier, because now it's too late and now he doesn't like me. So when I told him that I had feelings for him, I was like, I had been acting weird for like 3 days. It was his birthday. We had gone out ice skating for his birthday. Kat was supposed to be there, but she ended up having like a fucking abscess or like an ulcer or something, and she couldn't come. So it was just the two of us. And I was like, I had been acting weird all day, and he knew. And he was like, is something wrong? Like, are you okay? Like, why are you acting so weird around me? Is it something I did? And I was like, no, I'm sorry. What? Your contract ends tomorrow? And they didn't tell you yesterday? Oh my god. Anthony? Oh my god, there's an ad coming up. I'm snoozing it. What the fuck? Really? Oh my god. Well, that's bad for, like, me. Because if you didn't make it, I'm not gonna make it. Oh my god. It definitely has to do with the personal stuff I've been dealing with. They say it's my KPIs, but I know that that's not correct. Yeah, your KPIs are fine. They're probably better than mine. Damn. I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. Now who am I gonna complain about work with? The two friends I had at work got laid off. You and my other friend. What the fuck? Well, that sucks. Well, I guess it's time to find a new job. I mean, I've been, like, looking at jobs for a while, but I haven't actually found anything I, like, want to do that will also hire me. So I hope you find something better than this job that pays better and doesn't treat the employees as fucking shitty. That sucks, dude. Why didn't they tell you yesterday? Like, why would they let you, like, get through yesterday and then tell you today? That's so stupid. Well, that's fucked up. Well, I better get a shiny now, because... Oh, no. Well, I'll let you know if I also get laid off, I guess. Damn. Ugh. Now I'm nervous, because I figured they would have just told everybody yesterday, but... Are they just, like, still doing cuts? Like, what's the deal? That doesn't make any sense. Ugh. Are you gonna just, like, VTO? Because that's what a lot of people did yesterday. A lot of people that got cut yesterday just, like, VTO'd the whole day. They were like, fuck you, I'm not coming in. And, like, that's what I would do, unless you obviously need the money, which you might if you're not gonna have a job. But I would just VTO the whole fucking day. I'd be like, fuck you guys. But also then, the more people that VTO, the worse the call flow is for me when I have to go in, so. Because the call flow was ass yesterday because so many people VTO'd. And I was like, you guys, stop it. They need to stop pushing the VTO because the call flow is bad enough. And apparently they're laying off like half the company, so that's... Seems like too many, in my opinion. Ugh. Alright, well, I do have an ad coming up, and I have snoozed it too many times, so I will have to let it play. But I'll go on BRB so you guys don't miss any eggs or anything. Get a snack, get some water, you know. Walk your pet fish if you need to, go to the bathroom if you need to. And I'll see you guys after the ad, I guess. I'm trying to get these eggs ready to hatch, but yeah, I'll go on BRB and I'll see you guys in like 3 minutes. All right, we're back. Charlie's back. Welcome back, Charlie. I hope therapy was good. You missed that Anthony got laid off, so, that's no good. He told me that he had coaching, and I was like, it's probably nothing, and then it wasn't nothing. So that's my bad. I'm a liar. Don't listen to me. If you have a coaching, you probably are getting laid off. Yeah. Well, wait, it's weird, though, because they were supposed to tell everybody yesterday, and they didn't tell him yesterday, but they told him today, even though he was there yesterday. Like, why wouldn't they just... He went to his team meeting yesterday, and they didn't tell him anything. Like, that's so stupid. But, yeah, that makes me nervous that they're gonna do more. I know, right? I am taking my safety with a grain of salt, because I don't trust that I will ever be safe until I get, like, proof that I'm tenured, you know? Because this is fucking ridiculous. Because there's also a lot of, like, temporary soups that are getting cut. Like, they're going back to being callers because they were only soups for the teams that were temporary, and then those teams got cut, and now they're, like, cutting the soups. So my soup is tenured, so I don't have to worry about him in particular getting cut. But it's like... Ugh, I don't know. It's all very suspicious, in my opinion. Very suspicious. I need to call my doctors to get more files. Yeah. Got a couple tips about disability, though, in therapy. That's good. Yeah, we got to figure out how we're going to do that. We have to scan in the rest of the ones you have this weekend. And then maybe we can do a run to drop off your old ones and pick up some new ones or something. Or hopefully the other people have digital files so we don't have to copy them all one by one. Like, I'm sure your cardiologist has digital copies of that stuff, right? Like, yeah, hopefully you can just be emailed the rest. Yeah. And then we also need to call our internet provider to make sure that we can get our service switched over by the time we move. Because I need internet to work. And then we also need to make sure that we just, in general, know who the rest of our utility providers are going to be. Like, who we're paying for electric, gas, water, like trash, whatever utilities we have, we need to figure those out. Because we'll have to start paying those in like less than a month, so. Gotta make a call. Okay, no problem. You are not my friend. Okay. We're almost at 1,300 now. So, that's fun. We're gonna be at 1,500 before we fucking know it. And that'll be almost double odds, or triple odds, I mean. Because what, it'll be like 1536 or so is triple odds? Is that right? Is that what we figured out? I don't know. Bathroom floors, I'd like to be mature. You're 28 with a teenager. I love Tessa Violet so fucking much. This song in particular goes so hard. She's so talented. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm too far over. Hold on. There we go. But yeah, she is so talented. And this song is so real. Like, being like a teenager and like having a 20-something-year-old interested in you is sick. Every time. It's sick. And it happens so often. And as a 20-something-year-old, I cannot imagine being interested in a teenager. Like, An 18-year-old or a 19-year-old, sure. Because they're, like, in college and, you know, not that much younger than me. But, like, being 25 and wanting to date, like, a 16-year-old is unhinged. That's insane. Like, what do you want to do? Pick them up from fucking high school? Like, they can barely drive. I couldn't drive when I was 16. I didn't have my license yet. I just had my permit. Parkour. Not falling off of this thing. Alright. Egg. Egg. Oh god, now I'm gonna have to fight these choodles again. Can any of these just be shiny? Like... Hello? Have I just gotten the shiny and not noticed? Like, what is this? But also I know that I haven't gotten it and not noticed because I've checked all of them to, like, after hatching them, I've double-checked before releasing them that they weren't shiny. So... Oh god, I fell off that one. I'm bad at parkour. I'm bad at it. Okay. Try again. Oh, there was something I was going to talk about and I can't remember what it was. Because Anthony got laid off and I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to talk about? There was something I was going to talk about. I don't remember. Oh well, maybe it'll come to me later. But one thing that's fun, so if you guys don't know, we have a coffee shop down there under the eggs counter. And we sell like candy bead bracelets and like spell jars and stuff that Charlie and I make. And our third friend, Moth. And we have some new products that we're putting up. Moth is making some like clay earrings and pins and stuff like that. And then we've gotten a ton of requests for like custom bracelets. So one thing that we started doing is instead of doing like pride flag bracelets that are like the asexual one, this one is half pan and half ace. This is for an order we got. So now we're selling like half and half bracelets where you can select 2 flags and we'll make them like half and half, which is cool. And not shiny. Okay. Ugh. I hate it when this happens, when I'm just trying to hatch an egg and then I get into like 50 encounters. Ugh. I'm running away. I have no idea what I was going to say earlier. I like remembered a topic. It was something that had happened recently. But I have no idea what it was. Because it wasn't like the eclipse or anything, because I already talked about that. I don't know. Was it something that happened in chat before Anthony got laid off? No, because the last thing I was talking about was like Eponine. Okay. I have no idea. Need to fill out a form and email it to my cardiologist. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because, I mean, the last thing that I was talking about was when I was telling one of my friends that I had a crush on him, and, like, I was talking about every time that I've apologized to someone for having feelings for them, which is hilarious in and of itself. And pay money. Well, I guess if they're giving us all digital copies, I'd rather pay that than have to print it all out myself and pay the money for that, so I guess it equals out. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what I was going to say. Alright, that was 1,300, so still no shinies. I mean, other than the shiny Litleo that we got. It's like my shiny luck is cracked and simultaneously not cracked. Like, I get a shiny almost every stream, but also never an egg. Shiny? Yeah, you missed it. We got a shiny Litleo while you were gone. But it was another female, and I already have a female shiny Litleo. Or it's a Pyroar, but yeah. See? Because I already have her. So I was hoping it would at least have been a male, but 'twasn't. Oh well. Ugh, I'm annoyed that I can't remember what I was going to say earlier. Like, I had actually thought of a topic, and now I've just completely lost it. I don't know. Ah, Sneasels! Oop. Well, yeah. Like I said, I'm going to get a shiny every single time. It's just never going to be the shiny that I'm looking for. Bear tick. That guy was not there a second ago. Sorry. I'm EP. Okay. Ah! Come up here. Okay. Whee! Grab that. Ooh, experience candy. Yeah, what I really need to do is some, like, herba farming, because I need herba if I'm going to do any outbreak hunting. But I don't have any herba, like, at all. I haven't done a terror raid in, like, a hot minute. I've only been playing this game to do the Masuda hunt. I have not been playing this game off stream. Because I don't feel like it. Alright, this one decided to spawn in the void. I guess 1313 would also be good. I think my next guess is still 1333, but 1313 would be good. Charlie, do you have any guesses? I'm sure you thought it would have been like 1288 or something, but it wasn't, so. I don't know if you have any guesses for 1300s or not, because, you know, the number 13 is probably not your favorite. 1400, yeah. I had a feeling, yeah. Well, hopefully it won't be that. Unless it's before that. Because I don't want it to be after that. Hopefully we won't have to get that far. Alright. Every fucking time. I have to get into a fucking stupid encounter. I don't want to be in an encounter. Alright, well, I guess we'll be hoping for 1313 or 1333 then, because we're not making it to 1400 today. We'll probably only make it to 1350, if that. Alright, let's see. Okay. Dueling. Okay, that one's a normal deerling. Alright. All these Howluchas. We gotta get away from Howlucha, because Howlucha will run into you. That much I know. I mean, 1303 would also be a good number. It's not as good as 1313, but... No, okay. Or 1331 would be good, because it's like a palindrome. Like 1221, 1331, 1441, all of those. Oh, they're gonna mail you physical copies? Oh. Okay, well. I guess it's still if they're making the copies themselves, I'd pay for that rather than having to make all the copies myself. Alright. Whee! So, Tessa Violet again. Slang. Alright. Well, back to Indeed. Yeah, literally. You'll probably find something fucking better than this job, because our job fucking sucks. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I need this job to at least get me through us moving to a new place, I would have quit a long time ago. Like, the first couple of cuts, I was almost hoping I would get cut so that I could find another job, but I hadn't found anything, so I decided not to get cut, because I was like, I would... Because I knew that if I just, like, was bad at my job, they'd cut me. So I just never did particularly well at my job, because I was like, whatever, if they cut me, it's fine, I'll just get something else. But then I applied for, like, 3 months for jobs and didn't find anything, and then I was like, well, now I need the job because we're moving... So then I had to actually start performing well. And obviously it paid off because I haven't been cut yet, knock on wood. But, yeah. I literally get like 90 plus on all my QAs and my attendance is fine. Like, yeah. I don't know, that's so stupid. Because like... Ampharos. Because I, like, don't get above 90 on all of my QAs. I get low scores on a lot of my QAs. But my attendance is decent, and the rest of my stuff is, like, okay. It's, like, usually in the yellow if it's not in the green. And then sometimes it's in the red, like... My bill to pay is bad. I don't really know what that means, but apparently it's bad. Or, like, my handling time is bad or something. Apparently I don't talk to the members for long enough, which I think is insane. Because, yeah, some calls I have will take, like, 3 minutes, but some of the calls I have will take 30 minutes. So, I feel like that should average out, but perhaps not. I don't know. Maybe I just have more short calls than I have long calls, but you would think that that's the idea, is that you get the people on and off the phone as fast as you can, right? Like, that would be ideal, right? Hold on, Charlie's texting me. Oh my god. Why is it so expensive to get those medical records? Hello? $50? That's crazy. It didn't cost us that much to make the copies. Why are they mailing it? Can't we just go get it? Why do they have to mail it? That's crazy. Like, I understand if they had to pay for the postage, but why can't we just go get it? Just let us go get it. That's crazy. Them all on their Cyclizars and me on my cool futuristic Cyclizar. That form is the only way to get it? That's so stupid. Like, fill out the form and then just let us go pick them up when they're ready. Why do you have to mail them to us? And how long does it take to mail them to us? Because we're moving in less than a month. So... Ugh. So stupid. Alright. But yeah, Anthony, it's stupid that you got laid off. Especially if I didn't, like... You're definitely better at your QAs than me. So there's literally no reason. And, like, my attendance isn't even all that good, because a couple of times I've had to take off to take Charlie to the, like, emergency room. So... Or, like, doctor's appointments. I don't miss hardly at all for my own reasons. 9 times out of 10, if I'm missing work, it's because of something that Charlie is doing. Like, Charlie needs a doctor's appointment. Charlie is in the ER. We're touring a place. Don't be sorry, Charlie. I'm not blaming you for it. I'm just saying that it's like, my attendance is actually pretty good. The only reason it's not is when I'm taking you to something. So, And those are valid reasons to not go to work, is if I have to take you to the ER. Like, it's not your fault that you went to the ER, and I chose to take off to take you. And then that time that Jefferson broke his foot. But that was... I didn't take off a lot for that. I took off, like 10, 20 minutes for that. Joys of an ill partner. It's fine. Speaking of an ill partner, Charlie and I watched all of Your Lie in April this week. I've seen it probably like 3 times before. But I do sort of a semi-annual rewatch of it every April, or every couple years in April. Because it's just like a very necessary watch. It's just like, it's so good, and it's like my favorite anime, and Charlie had never seen it, which is blasphemous, so I had to make them watch it, especially because it was April, and because I knew that they would relate to it, because the main character is, like, chronically ill. Yeah, wah, indeed. Charlie and I cried like babies last night. I've cried every single time I've seen it, but I think having Charlie there also crying, I think made it worse. Like, we were both crying, and we were just wah. We were just both wahing together. Because it's just, like, it's so fucking sad. Like, it's heartbreaking. It's devastating. It's beautiful. And the piano of it all is so fucking good. Like, the anime really got, you know, like, pianists and, like, I don't know how exactly they did it, but they definitely had pianists working with them. Because, like, the animation of the piano is so good, but also the piano playing is so good. And the score of the show, even when they're not playing, is so good. Like, there's all this, like, really good piano music throughout the show. And then there's this, like, animation sequence in the very last episode when, spoilers, major character dies. That, like, he's playing piano, at the, like, finals competition when he hasn't played piano in, like, 2 years because his mother died. And he finally finds a reason to play again after his mom died, because his mom was the reason he started playing piano in the first place. He wanted to make her happy and make her feel better because she was sick. And then his mom dies, and he loses, like, all ability and will to play the piano because he's just, like, too depressed and traumatized to be able to play the piano anymore after his mom dies. And then he meets a girl who plays the violin and wants to do a duet with him and convinces him to be her accompanist, and then he finds a reason to play the piano again, even though it's really hard, and he's traumatized, and, like, he can't do it. He does it anyway. And then that girl also dies. So there's this, like, sequence when he's playing piano at this competition, and she is on the table in surgery, dying at the same time. And it's devastating. It makes me want to pick up my trombone again. It makes me want to play piano every time. And I'm sad because my piano is already packed. But, like, I never learned piano professionally. Like, I never had, like, lessons or anything like that. I'm self-taught. The only, like, official piano lessons I've ever had was I did band in high school, and we learned how to play keyboards, which is similar enough, but it's not really exactly the same. And it's not like I ever learned, like, Chopin or Mozart or anything like that. Like, I just learned how to play whatever we were playing in band. Like, I can play, like, Dvorak, and that's about it. But it makes me want to learn how to be, like, a proper pianist. Like, it makes me want to take piano lessons and actually be able to play the piano instead of, like, do what I can do. But I don't have, like, the time or the money or the effort to actually take real piano lessons. Because when I took drum lessons, I, like, never practiced. I'm really bad about practicing my instrument. I kind of just wing it most of the time. Which is just not really how you get away with being a musician. So I would probably be a really shit pianist. But I much prefer being a percussionist, even though piano is kind of inherently percussionist. But, alright, 1313 is the next one, so maybe it'll be that one. But yeah, it makes me really, really want to play the piano. Like, it makes me wish I was actually good at the piano and not just, like, mid. Because, you know, Kaori is so good at violin and Kosei is so good at piano, it just, like, makes you want to... It makes you want to be a musician so bad if you're not one, or if you are one, it just, like, makes you want to be a better musician, because there's all of these quotes about being musicians in the show, like, you know, a life without music is death, and you know, I have to. I'm a musician. We both are. You know, we're pianists. We don't say it with words. We have to say it with piano, and like, you know, that people speak their emotions through their music rather than with their words, and it's all just very like, ugh. And there's this concept of when you like fall in love that your world gains color, essentially. And my favorite character in the whole show is Tsubaki. She's Kosei's best friend, other than his other best friend, which is Watari. But she's his next door neighbor, his best friend since they were kids. And she has had a crush on him her whole life, and she's been totally unaware of it, which is so fucking real because I have also been there. And the lie in April that Kaori tells is that she and Tsubaki are in the same class, and she tells Tsubaki, I think that Watari is cute, will you introduce me to him? And she does. And she didn't find Watari cute at all, really. She wanted to be with Kosei, and she wanted to play a duet with Kosei because she plays violin and he plays piano. And it was all just like a big ruse for her to get closer to him, which also I get because I've done the same thing. Not like the exact same thing, obviously, but there was a girl that I wanted to get closer to in high school, and I got myself invited to a party that I wasn't really originally invited to. I didn't like invite myself, I just kind of pulled some strings and convinced one of my friends who was friends with the girl who was throwing the party to invite me, because I wanted to go because the girl was going to be there. And that girl ended up being my first girlfriend, so I would say that that was a success. But he doesn't find out that she liked him until after she dies. And so Tsubaki has been in love with Kosei her whole life, and so she has always seen color ever since she met Kosei. The idea being that the world is black and white until you meet somebody, and then your world becomes colorful. And so her life has always been colorful, but he has always seen in black and white until he meets Kaori, and then he starts to see in color. But Kaori has also always seen life in color because she also fell in love with Kosei when she first saw him. And it's like a horrible, terrible love triangle. And like nobody knows who liked who until it's far too late. Tsubaki doesn't realize that she likes Kosei until after Kosei likes Kaori. And Kosei doesn't realize that Kaori likes him until after she dies. And it's just like nasty. It's so nasty. And Tsubaki like gets the courage to tell Kosei that she loves him, and it's like right before Kaori dies. It's fucking disgusting. The show is so good. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry because I just spoiled literally everything about it for you. But even still, you should watch it because Charlie knew that Kaori died going into the show, and it still hits you like a truck. Like there's just no way around it. It hurts every time. Like I said, I've seen the show like 3 or 4 times now, and it still makes me sob like a baby every single time. It's so good. And so I'm glad that I got Charlie to watch it because it's just devastating. It's so good. But yeah. We love Your Lie in April in this house. Like, I already have an Attack on Titan tattoo, which is my other favorite anime. I can't compare the two because they're just so drastically different. Like, they're just 2 completely different shows. So, like, it's hard to say that one is my favorite over the other. Like, I say that Your Lie in April is my favorite, and it probably is. But Attack on Titan is my favorite in a lot of other ways. Um, so they're both my favorite for different reasons, but I already have an Attack on Titan tattoo. But I would totally get a Your Lie in April tattoo. I don't know what I would get for that. Probably something like Tsubaki related, but also piano related, but also like a cherry blossom. So I don't know what it would be, but I don't know, maybe a quote from the show with like cherry blossoms or something. I don't know, but it's just like, ugh, that show really does it for me. Because like I said last stream, I don't really cry it very much. Like media, or in general, especially after being on testosterone. Like, I'm off of it now, so maybe that's part of it, but like, I just typically don't cry all that often, but La La Land and Your Lie in April make me cry like a baby every single time. Every single time. I've never watched either without crying. Like, La La Land I've gotten better about crying. Like, I don't sob as hard, but I definitely still, like, shed a tear every time I watch La La Land. Your Lie in April, I was still sobbing. I was, like, Charlie and I were both blubbering. We were, like, grabbing tissues. We were like, like, that's what we sounded like. We were a mess. We were messes together, collectively. We were just one big puddle, the two of us. I was, like, crying into our blanket. It was bad. I don't know what it is, like, about, like, crying to media. It's very cathartic. Because it's like you're not crying about anything actually happening to you. I mean, maybe in a way you are, if you relate to the media, and that's why you're crying, but sometimes things are just sad, you know? Like, yes, I relate to Tsubaki, and yes, I relate to Kosei, and yes, that's part of why I'm crying, but even if I didn't, like, I still think it would be sad, you know, Kaori dying and everything, but also the connection that you create to the characters is a huge part of writing, and if you make characters that people don't relate to, or at least that they don't empathize with, then you've failed at writing your story. But Tom Nook says pay your loan if you haven't. Oh god, we're back in Lagtree Thicket. How did we end up here? Whee! I'll go over here. I've just been driving without any rhyme or reason again, which is what I always end up doing. That Gallade was so silly. Ugh, goats. 100 good stories, 100 good stories make me interesting at parties. AJR was just in Baltimore, and I wish we could have gone to their show. They have been doing crazy shit. Like, I know I talked about how 21 Pilots has a really insane stage presence. Another band with a really insane stage presence is AJR. Like, I've never seen them live, but I've seen videos of them live. And, like, they go crazy at their shows. Like, absolutely bonkers. Those guys, like, bounce off the walls at their shows. And they get a lot of hate. Like, a lot of people shit on them for, like, I can't get away. Okay, guess we're fighting this guy. Hello? But yeah, they get shit on a lot for their music, because I understand they have kind of like a hyper poppy, like, I don't know, I guess people think their music is annoying. But ow, oh my god, this guy cannot kill me. I only have eggs. Okay. And I have one Poliwag that's level 20 now. Yeah, sure, you can learn Bubble Beam. That's fine. Alright. Okay, well, I need to go to a fucking Poké Center now, because if I get into another encounter on accident, my Poliwrath might die. And we can't have that, as I don't have any other guys. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. That distracted me. Something about your lie in April. I don't know. Okay. Alright, they're all better now. That's not the button I wanted to press. Okay. Alright. Off we go. Okay. Yippee. Okay. Alright. So now we're at 1322. Okay. Okay. This one is spawning in the pink void, so maybe that's a good sign. I don't know. No. Okay. Great. Oh, no. I don't want to give you a name. Requested orthopedic file. Okay, Slay. Is that one... Can they send that to you in, like, an email, or do you have to pay for that one, too? It's weird that you would have to pay for your own medical records. Like, that's your own personal information. They should be able to give you your own medical information. Like, I get it if they have to mail it to you that we have to pay for them to mail it to us, but... That one can be emailed? Great. Okay, that was 1324, which would have been my other guess, because 24 is my lucky number, so... If it's not 1324, my next guess is 1333, because that's 1333. Alright. Yippee. Alright, 5 more eggs. 5 more not shiny Poliwags. Love my life. Can I please have a shiny? I'm running out of eggs to do. Okay. Oop, I did not mean to run into the Lycanroc. Hello. My bad. Why can't I get away from anybody? Do I need to give myself, like, the smoke ball thing that makes it so you can get away? Why do I suck at getting away? Okay. Like, do I have that? Do I need to give him the smoke ball thing? Do I have one? I don't even know if I have one. Toxic orb. Flame orb. I don't even think I have the thing that gets you away from fights. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do then? Can't I... Can I... What is it? There's a thing you can... Isn't there a thing that you can hold? I might not have any. I don't know. Oh, this thing? Guarantees escape, yeah. Okay. There we go. Because I keep getting into fucking encounters. Okay, well, we'll just give that to him. Because it guarantees escape. I knew there was something they could hold that did that. It just wasn't in the held items pocket, so I was, like, confused. Alright. Well, we'll drive around over here. Ugh. Terra Avalug. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Grumpig. Calling Gastro. Okay. God, you have so many files you have to get. Ugh. Okay. Charlie's medical file is massive. Like, I don't know how big my medical file is because I've never needed it. But, like, when we went to Charlie's primary physician to get their medical file, it was literally like 2 entire folders full. We got Charlie a 5-inch binder, which I didn't even know they made binders that big. But we got Charlie a 5-inch binder to hold all of it. I was like, I didn't even think you needed more than a 3-inch binder for anything. But apparently you do. And it's a 5-inch binder. I mean, they make 4-inch, I'm sure, too. But we got Charlie a 5-inch binder to hold all of their medical bullshit in. And that was just the one file. Like, just the one from their primary care physician, not the ones that they're getting now, which are from their other doctors and stuff. Like, and we're going to have to present this all to the people at disability or like a disability lawyer to get Charlie approved for disability, which is insane. Like, I get it. We have to prove that Charlie has a disability, but the fact that they're going to require as much paperwork as we're going to give them is crazy. Like, we should be able to give them just the paperwork that's like, yes, Charlie has POTS. Yes, Charlie has EDS. Yes, Charlie has, like, a wheelchair and, like, you know, these support needs. And no, they cannot work a job because they pass out constantly. And you can't do a job if you pass out constantly. Like, that's not... Like, even a remote job like mine, I'm on the phones with people all day long. So if I passed out in the middle of a phone call, that would be not so good, you know? I had the power go out in the middle of a phone call one time, and I felt bad then, because it, to them, just looks like I hung up. But it was actually my power that went out. So... Okay. Where are we at? 29. Okay. So the next one will be 1330, which is also a good number. I still think 1333 would be better. But 1330, like, that's a solid number. Maybe I need my neurologist too. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have paperwork. What would you get from your neurologist that isn't kind of covered in other stuff? Because we have the paperwork from Hopkins regarding your brain surgery, which I feel like is the biggest thing that's happened to your brain. Migraines, yeah. Do we not have any other paperwork about your migraines? Like, does your cardiologist not have anything about that? Because I feel like a lot of your medical problems overlap from doctor to doctor. BRB, okay. So, it just depends. Alright. I want this. Body press. Okay. But yeah, like, a lot of Charlie's medical problems overlap from doctor to doctor because something that's happening with their POTS could be a cardiologist thing, but it could be a neurologist thing, but it could be a gastroenterologist thing. Like, there's so many reasons. There's so many doctors and specialists that Charlie has to see. Like, no, I didn't run into him, or her, I guess, because that's a female. Bruh. Okay. Whatever. But yeah, I feel like it overlaps a lot, you know. I just go see one doctor for like almost everything, and then if there's like a specific problem, I go see another doctor, but that's like basically never. I just like basically don't go to the doctor at all. Like I tried to establish care with a doctor, and then she refused to refill my medication. So I don't see that doctor anymore because she refused to refill my medication, which is like one of the only like 2 reasons I went to see a doctor. And she referred me to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist was like, "You're only on one medication for your anxiety and it's been working." And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You don't need a psychiatrist. That's one med, and it's Lexapro. Like, it's not even a complicated medication, and it's not interacting with any other medication because you're not on any other medication. You don't need a psychiatrist." And I was like, "Okay, why was I referred to a psychiatrist?" And she's like, "I don't know, but you don't need one. Just go talk to your primary care." And I talked to my primary care, and she's like, "No, I won't refill that medication. You need to talk to the psychiatrist to get it refilled." And I was like, "The psychiatrist told me I didn't need to talk to the psychiatrist to get it refilled." So that was a waste of my time. So now I just, you know, fucking don't see doctors anymore, I guess. Alright. I'll probably have to get a new doctor when we move anyway, because that one was in, like, this area. It was, like, 15 minutes from here. And I don't think it's 15 minutes in the direction of our new place, so it'll probably be, like, an hour drive. And I'm not doing that just to go to the doctor, so I'll probably just get a new one. But we'll see. Back. Welcome back, Charlie. I almost ran over that fucking guy. Are you gonna get your... You need to fill out a form for gastro? Okay. Fun getting all of your medical paperwork, isn't it? Alright, this is 1331, so this is another one that I liked because it was like a palindrome, 1331. But why would it be that one? And it's printed again, I think? Oh god. Who does not keep, like, digital records in the year of 2024? Like, what if your fucking building caught on fire? You would lose everybody's medical records? That's insane. Like, just scan that shit in. You can make an intern do that. Like, but to send it, they print... They do, but to send it, they print it and mail it. Okay. But your PCP really didn't have digital copies. That was all she had, was the physical copy. So my point still stands. Like, how do you not... Like, when I worked at HRC, one of the things that they were kind of having interns do was digitize their video archives. Like, stuff that was originally recorded on, like, VHS, they were having interns put it onto a computer using, like, a converter, which is the video equivalent of, like, scanning in paperwork. You could totally get a medical intern to just scan in all that paperwork. Alright, well, it wasn't 1333, so I am once again losing all hope, because I don't know if it'll be anything between 1330 and 1350. I don't think anybody had any guesses for anything in the 1340s or anything. So I guess my next guess is 1340 and 1350, because those are the only round numbers. I don't know. I'm losing hope here. Oh, why is he blurry? Oh, okay, now he's not blurry. Okay. Well, that was everybody from that batch. So that's another whole box done. Okay. I really need to release some of these guys. Alright. So what do we have? 10, 15 left. That's it. Because we're at 35, so 45. Yeah, 15 left. Alright, well, that's 3 more batches then, and then I have to go to fucking work. Maybe, if I still have my job. I mean, either way, I have to go to find out, but still. God. Alright. I love Pierce the Veil. I have seen them live. I haven't seen Sleeping with Sirens live, though. I really want to. I just don't know how I never got around to it. Like, I would have probably rather had seen them live in, like, middle school than I would now, because A, I'm not really into them as much anymore, and B, I just haven't listened to any of their recent music. Like, I probably would like them if I had heard their most recent album, I just haven't. But, like, Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens went on tour together when I was in, like, middle school. And if I could have gone to that, that would have been great, you know? But this album slaps. This is the one of the last albums of Pierce the Veil that I listened to all the way through. Like, I have heard their newest album, but not as much of it. And then same thing with Sleeping with Sirens. I probably haven't heard their last 2 albums. Like, I've heard them, but I haven't, like, listened to them. Modern anxiety. Wait, the eggs just, like, didn't load that first time. So, I need to print 2 forms and then email them back. Okay. Great. Fun. This better be worth it. Like, at the end of all of this, if we get all this medical paperwork, they better grant you disability or I'm gonna be absolutely fucking pissed. Because I know that people get denied for disability, like, over and over and over again, especially if they have chronic illness. Because they'll be like, well, I'm sure there's something you can do. And it's like, I've tried. Those jobs won't hire me or I can't do them. My eyeball. What happened to my eyeball? That made a really loud sound because it hit my headphone. So it, like, startled me. Hello? Why did that happen? This headset is, like, thinner around the top than my previous one was. So I had to pull the Velcro a lot tighter, but it shouldn't, like, fall off. Ugh. That was so silly. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, I have an ad coming up, so let me hatch these eggs, and then we'll run the ad. Oh, now the Persian is just standing inside my Miraidon. Another day. Another not shiny Poliwag. Please. Okay. It's fine. The one that sounds like the Home Depot music. Ugh. Oh my god, the Psyduck. He's gonna run right into me, isn't he? Oh, no, okay, he didn't. Good. Ah, Scyther. Okay, the Scyther, of course, is gonna run right into me. Because why would he not? Ugh. Another normie. It's gotta be one of them. Like, how many eggs can I hatch before this guy fucking is shiny. Like, at this point, I may as well just not have the shiny charm. Why did it not let me get away? Don't I have that fucking doll? Or does it, like, use it when you run? No, I still have it. Okay. Weird. Ugh, another Scyther. Alright, at least this is, like, a pretty long, straight path I can do. It would help if I had eggs in my hand and not Poliwags. Alright. Let's see. BRB Leo Bork. Oh, he Bork? I can't hear him because I have headphones on. And the door is closed. I gave him water and stuff this morning. So, he probably just needs to go out. Because he hasn't gone out since breakfast. Ugh. Guys. Alright. Let's see. We've got... I haven't updated the counter. We have 10 left. Basically. Okay. Let's go this way, away from the cave. Alright. Do we think, in the next 10 fucking eggs, that I can get a goddamn shiny? Oh god, we're back in the desert. Okay. That's fine. We'll just, like, stay on the outside. And hopefully they won't bother us over here. As long as it's not, like, in the sand. Because then, like, random critters will just, like, come out of the sand. Like that. But if I'm over here, it might be easier to avoid them mostly. Things just do not spawn in at a good distance, though. Alright, here we go, here we go. Egg. Hatch the egg. Hatch the egg. Boo, the normie. Okay. Freaking normies. I hate normies. Alright. It's okay. We'll keep going. Oh, fuck. Pommies. Alright. No, thank you. Alright, here we go. Another egg. Still a normie. Goddamn. Ugh. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're fine. It's fine. Alright. Egg number 3. And by that I mean 1343. Come on. That's a pretty good number. 1343. No, of course not. Because why would it be? Why would it be? That's okay. We got 2 more. We got 2 more. Alright. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Alright, this is, I think, the last one for this batch. And then we only have 5 more after that. Nar. Alright, we have 5 left. Will they be shiny? I don't fucking know. But I have an ad coming up. I don't have any snoozes left, so I'll have to run it right before this last set of eggs, and then we'll do that other batch Tuesday, like these guys right here. But yeah, grab a snack, grab some water, let your fish out, go to the bathroom, and I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. We'll hatch the last set of eggs, and then we'll be done. All right, BRB. Hello, we're back. Hi, Charlie.
Hi. I love you.
I love you. All right, we've got 5 eggs left. I decided to come to the crystal pool because I'm hoping that the terrestrial energy will inspire the eggs to be shiny. Even though I know it's already decided whether they're shiny before they hatch. But regardless, I've brought them here so that they will shine on this day. It glitched. Okay, here we go. You guys, this is it. One of these is going to be shiny. One of the next 5. It's got to be. I believe in them. Not that one, but there's still 4 more, so it's fine. That one, it's not that one. Don't worry about that one. That guy's just a normie, but we have shinies in our hand. I'm manifesting it. One of these is going to be shiny. It might not be this one, but it might be. But it's definitely one of these 5. Absolutely 100%. No shot that it's not. Definitely one of these. Because I'm not doing this. And this should not happen, but if I am still doing this Masuda hunt when we move, I swear to God, like, I am not taking this Masuda hunt with me into the new house. I'm leaving that shit here in this apartment. I am not taking it with me. Okay, that's okay. It didn't need to be that one. That 48, that's Charlie's guess usually anyway. And Charlie didn't guess it this time because 1348 isn't right. Um, so it'll be one of the next two because this one is 1349, which is like almost 1350, and it would be like, haha, so funny to not do it on 1350 because okay, so it's gonna be 1350 because that's a pretty nice round number. And we love the number 1350. And that's and so it's gonna be this one because it's the last egg of the day, and they don't want me to have to do this next week. So it's just gonna be this one, and then we're gonna be done, and we're gonna have the shiny. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. But we didn't get it. Of course we didn't. Right. All right. 1350 and no fucking shiny. Ugh. God. All right. Well. Fuck. All right. Well, it's 1 o'clock anyway, so I gotta go to work, but five more, five more. No. Oh, shit. I forgot I had this window pulled up still. You saw my Google search about Javert. Anyway, let me see if there's anybody to raid, because I gotta go to work. I'm tired. Okay, there's nobody that I follow live. Let's see. I mean, there are people that I follow that are live, but nobody that I am gonna raid. Yeah, Charlie just sent the raid message, so you can send that to whoever we end up raiding. We're gonna see what people are up to. Looks like there's some shiny hunters, some shiny hunting. This person just might be their birthday. This person is trying to finish the Pokedex. Let's see. Let's see about the person who's raising money for the Red Cross. That's fine. Are they shiny hunting? I can't tell. We'll see. We'll try this person. So yeah, Charlie just sent the raid messages, so send those over to this person. And I guess wish them a happy birthday, because it seems like it's their birthday. And make sure you follow me.
Oh, 69 cents.
You know what
You know what that means?
I don't have enough money for chicken nuggets.
So true, Charlie. I don't have enough money for chicken nuggets. But yeah, follow me on all my socials. Charlie put them in the chat. If you want to know when I'm going to go live next, we'll be live Saturday, either on my channel or Charlie's channel, doing probably Stardew or something akin to that. And that'll be alive. I'll be live again for more Masuda hunting on Tuesday. Yippee! So yeah, go give this person your love. Wish them a happy birthday. I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna take a nap. Okay, bye. For real this time.